Walking in the house in my room, gotta make her put it on. She don't like wearing clothes, just left Concord, North Carolina. I was licking on booty and a whole lot of vagina. Eat a pizza with some ice cream, she'll remember you. Ice Cube, make it chip like the winter do.
See me with the crew, I better get some food. I see you looking like you do. Had to make a move, make a move.
Started. Please don't get me started. Started. Please don't get me.
What up, y'all? It's Nate Almighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador. Walking with some weights in my bag and some water. I've been walking at least 10,000 steps every day for quite some time now. You know, it helps keep the weight off, you feel me? But this is a tragic hood story I got for y'all today. This is a factual story. Unfortunately, this actually happened. This is a story about the woman who got murdered in front of my building. This story happened about 10 years ago now, maybe 10, 11 years ago. And this is a situation where, like one of the many other situations, if you familiar with my channel and you're not new here, by the way, if you new, go ahead and click that like button, subscribe to this channel. But this is another one of those situations where I got stories where I explain how it's been situations where I could have threw my life away, right? Situations where either I was purposely on my way to do something and the universe made it not go my way. Or situations where, but basically that's it, you know? Or like situations where I could have just been around and I could have been at the wrong place at the wrong time. But for whatever reason, I wasn't there. Now, years back, right? This is summertime. It's me, I'm not even gonna say the exact number of people, but it was not too many of us. It was me and a couple other dudes, you know? A couple of these dudes is from my building. A couple of these dudes is not from my building, but we all from the same hood, you know what I'm saying? Cortland, Park Avenue, feel me? So everybody know each other. Everybody grew up with each other more or less. Now, this is a tragic story, and this is what happens when you in the hood and you on real just ignorant nigga shit, right? And this is what I fight against. This is what I speak out against. And this is what I encourage you watching this video to speak out against, you know? Because this situation could be you. You end up at the wrong place at the wrong time. And now you locked up and you questioning if you wanna respect the hood rules and not snitch, or snitch because you ain't got nothing to do with the situation per se, right? Now, like I said, it's a couple of us. It's nighttime now. Dudes is out bullshitting, you know, smoking, drinking, or whatever, right? It get dark outside. I'm with my ex at the time, right? My ex Tiana, right? And this is one of the couple times where I had a reason to go upstairs. So instead of me being involved in some dumb shit, I went upstairs with my girl to get pussy, right? To make love. That's something that really keep people out of jail, man. You know what I'm saying? But dudes is kicking it, you know. But the energy, y'all know what it is when you in the hood. When people got a couple numbers and there's a couple dudes and people be on ignorant timing. I used to partake in it sometimes too, which is where, like, our block was like infamous where, you know, like, if you knew, you knew. People used to walk our strip, but they would like, but if they were smart, they would not walk on our building side. They would walk across the street. to get where they're going. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully none of us was across the street. But we used to like either rob people, slap people up, holla at girls. We was even on some immature shit at the time. Well, not me, I had a girl mostly. I never thought that was two player, but sometimes dudes would try to holla at girls. And if girls wasn't with it, you know, they would disrespect the girl, you know what I'm saying? And any multitude of things could happen. You could throw a Frankenstein at a girl, she might throw it back, might be an argument. If you had water, you might throw water on the girl because it's summertime. Or you might just let her walk, right? On this particular night, right, I could already see I could already feel the energy was about to be negative. But my girl had pulled up from Jackson Projects anyway, so we went upstairs. I went to do my thing, right? So maybe like an hour, right? An hour after I'm already upstairs that night, I hear a bunch of gunshots, right? Bunch of gunshots. Now, come to find out, somebody that got murdered. And not just someone got murdered, a girl got murdered. Now, the information comes out the next day. This young girl, she had to have been, let me see, I was maybe 20, 21 at the time. She had to have been around that age, right? She had got shot up about 9, 10 times in front of our building. So in my mind, I'm like, who would shoot this girl, right? Mind you, you know, it's beef going on. It's beef going on, you know what I'm saying? At this time, you know, like our hood, we drop YG, so sometimes the gunners used to like drive past the block looking for niggas, stuff like that. It's things that we would do to each other, you know what I'm saying? Back out guns on dudes, stuff like that, right? So I'm like, maybe it happened that way. Maybe, you know what I mean? Shorty got caught in the crossfire. But when the story came out, right? Because the streets was already talking. The streets already knew what happened before the police knew what happened, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how, because it was only a couple of them outside, right? But the streets was saying that one of the dudes who I was just with before I went upstairs, right? They got into an altercation and he murdered this girl. But here's the stupidity about it, right? So they just drinking, acting stupid. A girl walks by with her man. Somebody tries to talk to the girl. The girl's not with it. The man ignores the whole situation, right? Because, you know, I guess he won by that life. And if you're not, you're not. Keep it moving, right? You live to see another day. Now, while he tried to walk away, allegedly, one of the people who I was just with threw like a bottle down their section. That was another thing, you know what I'm saying, dudes used to do. Throw glass bottles at people and all of that. So they throw the bottle, it hit one of them. So now they end up back in front of the building or something like that, right? So they arguing. And while they arguing, right? I'm going to say the leader of the pack, he tells the youngest guy in the group, hey, yo, listen, go in the mailbox, get the thing, right? So he sends him on a doja mission to get the thing. He gets the thing, and now he passes him the gun. So while they arguing, he just started dumping. Now, maybe he was going to dump at the dude, but the girl got in the way. Y'all know what people do when they in love. It kind of be like the movies. You jump in the way of the fire, the line of fire for the person that you love. So maybe that happened. Or maybe he was just a monster and he said, you know what, I'm going to kill this girl, right? So she ended up dead. I don't see none of these people for maybe like 2 days. Maybe like on the third day, I'm walking through the projects, right? And I see the ringleader. I see him. He like, yo, Juju. Yo, you know that was me, blah, 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 blah. As I'm saying, I already knew. I'm like, yeah, he like, yo, man, it's hot over there, right? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, bro, like, the boys is looking for you. You might want to get low. You might want to get low, you know what I'm saying? The boys is looking for people, right? So he like, bet, yeah, man, I'm already about to do this, that, and the third, right? Another couple days go by, dude gets locked up, right? So here's the funny thing, right? Dude gets locked up, more people get locked up. The word was that the young person who he sent to get the gun was looking at a certain amount of time. And they said, hey, listen, we're going to give you less if you tell us who the shooter was, right? So what he did was he told, right? He told, then he came home a little bit sooner. The ringleader, the man who pulled the trigger, he doing life, 45 years, something like that, whatever, right? He gonna spend the rest of his life in jail. And here's the ironic thing about the situation. This started over straight foolery. Straight foolery. If they would have just seen this girl walk by with a man, right? Seen this girl walk by with a man and would not have said nothing, they all would be free today, Lord willing. But instead, right, people want to be ignoramuses. People want to try to be gangster, right? And then here's another thing. This is why, you know, I view the world different. Like my mind is like different. It works different than a lot of people. And this is why a lot of situations, I kind of like, I'm the type of person to where I will gladly talk a situation down and avoid violence. I'm going to always try to do that. And very rarely will I be the first person to draw blood first, right? I give people chances because this is the type of like environment that I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Like I shake hands. You know what I'm saying? I done broke bread, bagged bitches with. You know what I'm saying? I done shook hands with literal murderers. You know what I'm saying? My age, maybe a little older, sometimes way older, and think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Like my mind is, when you come from places like I come from, your mind really be polluted, man. But I take that in stride. And this is why I always choose to avoid situations for the most part, because I know where it could go. And I know where I could take it if I really want to take it. And I'm really pro-life, especially pro-black life. But pro-life for real, you know what I'm saying? Like you talking to somebody who, another situation, and by the way, this dude right now, he's serving time for this murder as well. My man's done told me, hey, listen, he done told me he about to kill somebody, and then something happens, somebody dies, and then I run into him like a week later, and he said, hey, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then come to find out, nigga really did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Really did that shit. Get caught, cop out to it, you feel me? To avoid, you know what I'm saying, getting a longer sentence, or avoid the police finding somebody to snitch on them, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm talking about young, like 18, 19, you feel me? Like, this is what happens in the hood. So you ask yourself, is it really worth it? All that extra shit we be fighting over, that extra corny stuff, that petty stuff, man, lives could really be taken, man. Peace.